Alright folks, welcome back. Pushing the Potters, episode 16. We are going to be facing Paris Saint-Germain today. Quarter-finals of the Champions League, first leg no less. So let's have a look to see how we've been getting on since you were last with us for the last game in the Champions League against Celtic. Well, let's kick off with looking at the Premier League here. We're closer to the... we're closer to dropping out of the Champions League places altogether than we are to overhauling Manchester United at the top of the table. Sadly, since that Champions League win, we drew 3-3 at West Ham. A complete and utter mugging, I suppose, a complete FMing. We had to play Lee Grant in goal. I don't know if that was an aspect, but we simply got stung at the end. Lukaku was on fire. I did mention that he played for them. He got 2 goals and the assist for the third. So we couldn't handle him at all. And then at Tottenham, we were largely the better team. And again, we conceded the 1 goal. We hit the woodwork twice as well. Thomas Lemar hitting the woodwork both times. Didn't really threaten as I'd like. Tottenham are a very good side, of course. And they are indeed one of the teams that is chasing us down. In fact, they're just 2 points behind us with 6 games to go. So it is all going to be quite a bit of pressure. And to be honest, our running, when you look at it, is a little bit suspect. Man City, Chelsea and Arsenal. Now, last episode I did say we'd probably do some sort of triple, maybe, or a double. What I'm probably going to do actually is I'm probably going to look to split them up if I can, because simply they're big games as it's turning out. So to be honest, I'm feeling the strain. It's taking it out of me. So I don't want to diminish the quality of what will be a Paris Saint-Germain encounter, nor do I want to diminish the home game against Manchester City. Yeah, they're doing really well in 12th place. I mean, what happened here? Let's just Joachim Löw in charge. But what's occurred here? Let's have a look at these transfers. I mean, you see last year as well, they finished 8th. And then 6th. And now they're on course to finish 12th. Are we seeing a bit... I mean, you'll notice I have the old logo there. Apologies for that, City fans. But what's going on? Joe Hart's back at the club. He's back in goal. They've bought Djibril Sidibe. They've got Danilo, Ben Davis. That's an odd one. Laporte. Miguel Leun. Lucas Digne. Ryan Nainggolan, Serge Gnabry, and they've still really got their key jewels. They've got Kevin De Bruyne and Sergio Aguero. Paris Saint-Germain obviously sniffing around these bigger stars now that Man City have been out of Europe. I mean, they are in the Europa League. Maybe they'll qualify for although they have got Tottenham. So given that they're struggling in the Premier League, maybe they'll struggle to beat a fellow Premier League side. But yeah, it's an odd one what's going on there. I'm not quite too sure what to make of it, but that is Manchester City's plight. So perhaps not as big a game as I'm making it out to be. That said, Chelsea and Arsenal certainly are big games. Arsenal, the current Premier League champions, and they are... I can't even see them. Okay, so we're placing mid-table sides. And Chelsea, Europa League occupiers at the moment. It really does mean that the PSG game is the biggest. Let's have a look to see how they've been getting on in the league. We obviously... Ignore that. Obviously, had a look at their squad last time out. I mean, they haven't won the league. What is going on? Monaco are the champions. Obviously, they did win it in real life this year, so that's 16-17. But also, Monaco have proceeded to then win it in 17-18. So, yeah, go Monaco. Can they overhaul them this year? I mean, that is a tight title race. There's no doubt about that. What may be a factor is, of course, we took Thomas Lemar off Monaco. They have still got Mbappe. We'll be going back in for him. Don't you worry about that. And they've got Yarmolenko and Mandzukic, who you'll remember was at Chelsea just last year. Scored against us. Still haven't forgiven him. Glad he's not in the league. Anyway, let's deal with our team today. So, it's Butland and Trippier, Shawcross, Brooks, Tellez, Joel and Mbula, Berardi, Lamar, Sigurdsson on the left, and Milik up front. I'm getting quite used to saying it now. We're going to go with Sigurdsson. I mean, if you look, he's actually coming in pretty well. Vlasic is growing. He's now capped. I mean, you can see when we first brought him in, he was lacking a little. But I think he's really growing, given the football that we're playing him in. Obviously, the higher level of quality that we possess over, no disrespect to Hadjuk, but the quality that we can have there is going to help him. So he's going to progress more, and that's what we're hoping for. What can we do today? I mean, we're playing at home. I'm terrified. I'm hoping the game wouldn't, just simply wouldn't happen, to be honest. Is it too late for a postponement? Is any bad weather on the cards? Bit of snow in March? No? Okay, so that's their team there. Yeah. Would it be fair to say they're better in every position? Maybe. But do we have players that they would take into their side? I think so. Would they play? Maybe now and again. Yeah. Maybe we can upset them. Come on then. Right. You're with me. I can feel it. We've got 35,000 angry Stoke fans. Can we do the business for them? Berardi warned by the referee there early on. So 50 minutes in, we haven't really seen a lot. This will be bad, won't it, if this episode is simply one football game of no highlights. We'll chat about that weather. I mean, it says it's wet and 9 degrees in April. It's not really ideal. But that is Stoke-on-Trent. Wrap up warm, people. And dry. You need it to be dry. Right, okay, so very little has happened in the opening half an hour as Blaise Matuidi goes into the book. And Alex Grimaldo might follow him here within 60 seconds or so. No, he's just been warned this time. And that might be the only highlight of the first half so far. Rabiot picks up a bruised rib. And indeed, we look like we're going to head into half-time with the scores level. All in all, I'm quite pleased. So, yeah, let's say that. Keep going and we can still win tonight. That might be the greatest 45-minute performance in terms of an outcome that we've ever had. I mean, we've had lots of shots, apparently. I mean, maybe I should turn the replays off and back on. That'll guarantee a 0-0, won't it? Oh dear. Right, so what's going to happen here? Verratti gets a warning there for a challenge on Lamar. Mbula typically will find his way into the referee's notebook. Here, indeed, Joe Allen will follow him shortly, I'm almost certain. And here's Berardi. Mbula is... this is like playing Football Manager in the old days. I'm just purely reading commentary rather than seeing any action. I mean, are we on goals just for highlights? I always play on key. I should have played on full match to get some interest here. But indeed, Joe Allen follows him in. And we get our first highlight of the game. And it goes... Does it though? Lamar. Yes, it does. And Mbula finds his way sent off. What I'm going to just check there is that Mbula's. In fairness, that is his third foul. It's a little bit harsh, perhaps, to be sending off a player for 3 infringements, but especially when you maybe consider that they've had more. What we're going to have to do then is we're going to bring Lamar back. Whoops. And we're just going to do that. We might take Allen off just because he doesn't really suit that role, and he is on a card as well, and this referee seems to be a bit harsh now. I mean, they've got players out there who've committed 3 fouls and they're not been sent off. We hit the post and then just blew it wide. Brooksy should have put it away. I mean, I almost missed it. We almost missed the only promising moment of the game if you discount the hour of 0-0 football. Maybe we should go to counter. Maybe. What would you do? What would anyone do? What would normal people do in this position? Crossed in. Berardi. Back out to Tellers. Has he got a cross? No, but he brings it to Asasibai. Tried to find someone and it didn't work. Short cross now. Don't dally, Ryan. Right, here's Trippier. Don't lose it there. Berardi, where you going, son? Oh, come on, ref. He's got to walk. He's... That's an infringement beyond infringements. He's gone. Down the tunnel. Pack your bags. We're staying on standard. I don't know what he was thinking. There. Berardi's a bit tired. We're going to bring on Vlasic. We can't really. No. I have a feeling. I have a feeling about Vlasic. I don't know what that feeling is. And you remember that goal that Dembele scored for us in the Champions League against Benfica when he ran the length of the pitch? I've got another feeling that we're going to run out of time. As the timer ticks away. It's not been a great game. It's not been a bad game. I mean, we've had 2 red cards. I don't think that... I mean, okay, yeah, theirs was a bad tackle, but I don't think there's been a bad tackle in the game. That aside. And the referee's walking off. He's having to buy new notepaper for his book. Yeah, but hopefully this is playing out time, because I'd hate to concede an away goal at this stage. It certainly is. It's gone out for a goal kick. That'll be it. Enjoy your Yahoo Sport Daily Fantasy there, apparently. I don't know how much they pay for that. Certainly not to me. Yeah, it was a pretty poor performance, in honesty. We're not going to mention that. If you look at that, you'd hope, possession-wise, we bossed it. But you'd hope to get more than just 2 shots on target out of 16. That's not what we want to see. And indeed, in will pick up a ban. He won't be able to play in Paris, so we won't fine him because it was 2 yellows. That's my general rule of thumb. If it's 2 yellows, it's a warning. Otherwise, straight reds for your violent conducts is just a 2-week fine. I'd bypass the 1-week fine, to be honest. Yeah, okay. Okay, so that was good. Right, so all in all, not a bad result, but not a result that really helps us on the way to glory, is it? Much like we said at Celtic, when we scored 4 goals there and we were coming back, we felt that Celtic were unable to do us at our place. And quite honestly, I reckon they'll be going back on the plane, or however they got here, Channel Tunnel maybe. They'll be thinking they're never going to score against us at the park. And they may well be right, given that we couldn't score against them in our own place, where we very rarely failed to score. Apart from the 0-0s that you'll see there and the times we have failed to score. But we ignore those. We very rarely fail to score. So, yeah, all in all, it's coming to a bit of a crunch time. Our only hope of actual silverware, maybe this FA Cup. Maybe we need to focus all our attentions on that. That aside, what I'll do is I'm going to come back again for that second leg. It's going to be massive. I'm not sure I can wait. It's killing me, to be honest. I want us to progress. Let's see how the other teams did. All right, Arsenal are through, and Man United are through, and Barcelona are through. Our game is the only second leg worth watching, let's be honest. Yeah. Well, thank you very much for watching. Indeed, this particular video against PSG. I know it was a 0-0. We don't win many live with the commentaries anymore, do we? Unless we're facing Scottish sides. I may have to remember that. But yeah. Follow me at Knock It Wide on the Twitters. Please do like if you've enjoyed the video today and subscribe for more. Thank you very much for watching. It's been an absolute pleasure as always. Take care and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.